Again, my name is Jose Trujillo. I'm a fine art painter. I'm an artist. I'm coming to you here from my art studio to talk to people who want to purchase a portrait, a painting portrait, whether it's oil, acrylic, or watercolor, whatever. But it's a portrait, specifically for oil portraits. Just because they're more common when it comes to like the fine art portraiture, I used to do this. I used to do portraits. I do them every now and then when I I don't really promote them. I don't know why. Maybe because I haven't got the time. No, I'm just joking. But I used to do them more. I just don't do them anymore that often. I guess I don't advertise that I do portraits that much. But I do know the jargon. I know the whole thing, the whole dance, I guess, to talking to someone about what portraiture is, how to get a portrait and all of that. So this is what this series of videos are going to be for. If you are considering commissioning a portrait from an artist, I'm going to start with talking about what the options are, okay, in when you're talking about a portrait painting. So, and I'm going to be talking about the format. Okay, so let's say that you want to do a portrait. So there's four options. There's four main options. Okay, for a single figure. Let's say you're going to do a portrait about you. Maybe you're in a milestone in your life where you're like, yes, I made it this far, and I think a portrait celebrating the place where I am in life right now would be a nice gift to myself, okay? I don't know, you may be a rocket scientist, you may be an astronaut, you may be a doctor, or you may just be someone who is in a very beautiful stage in their life, okay? It doesn't matter the merits or whatever, but I'm just talking about something to celebrate where you are right now. So you want to commission an artist to create a portrait. Let's say you chose an artist, right? Okay, so there's four main formats. One, cameo. It's called a cameo, okay? It's basically from right here, from your neck, somewhat maybe the neck, it's just your head, up. That is called a cameo. Some artists like to include a little bit more, but that's not a cameo. A cameo is just a face portrait. Let's say that sometimes they're small. Sometimes they're about 11 by 14 inches, 8 by 10 inches. They're very small. Sometimes they do them a little bigger, but for the most part, they're small. That is what a cameo is. That is it should be the least expensive when it comes to and it should also be not very extremely detail oriented, supposedly. And the reason I'm saying that it's because it's considered more of a study, and it could be an oil study. Okay, so you have that one. You can ask the artist to do it, photorealistic or whatever the artist paints. You can't, don't ask a cubist portrait painter to do a photorealistic portrait. You might just know. Anyways, so you have the cameo. Okay, so those are the four options. Number one, cameo. Number two, you have the bust. So that your portrait painting would be from here up, your bust, maybe around here, up, okay? So that where your belly starts, around there, up. That's your bust. Cameo, bust. And then you have your 3/4 inch or half body. Some like to call it 3/4, not 3/4 inch, 3/4 body. Sorry about that. You have your 3/4 body or your half body, which is from your waist up. And many times that's some people like to say that 3/4 is more than half body. The lines are blurred simply because whether it's 3/4 or half body, it includes the hands. The 3/4 sometimes includes the knees. That's how it goes, okay? So bear with me. So you have your cameo, your bust, and then your half body, which includes your hands. When the portrait artist includes your hands, whether you're like this or reading something, whatever, hands are just as difficult, as challenging as painting a face, the expression of the hands. So when you include the hands, expect a higher price, not just because there's more of you, but because this is just a higher price when it comes to portrait painting. Those artists who don't know, something new. Okay, you charge a little bit more, or whatever it is that you charge for painting hands because they are a very difficult subject, just as the face expression. Okay, and then you have full body. So the painting could be of you standing somewhere, you know, or sitting somewhere in a chair, but it's just a full body, you know. Those are the four main formats of a portrait painting, I guess the views. So you can tell the artist, you know, you can make me a cameo, or what is the price, or what are, they call it fees in portraiture, okay? It's a little bit more, you know, it's a little nicer. They call it fees. So you can ask, what is the fee for a bust, a portrait, a bust portrait? It doesn't include the hands, it includes the shoulders. It's another way they call it head and shoulders, but it sounds like a shampoo, so just call it bust. It sounds cooler. So it's cameo, bust, half body, and full figure, or full body, full figure portrait, okay? Those are the four main. My name is Jose Trujillo. I'm a fine art artist, and I know a thing or two about portraiture too. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.